it gets to 5, like point. I don't care if you're recording now.
It's recording.
Okay, when it gets to 5 or 7 now, point. Okay, hey guys, I'm Madalena, aka Madalena, and we're here at the Orpheum in Ybor City, Florida. If you could tell the viewers who you are, who you're with, and what you do.
Hello, I'm Ted from Death Angel, and I play rhythm guitar.
Alright, cool. Okay,
and having a mocha.
Nice. So, first question. Do you feel the same about the music you create today as you did when your music career began?
I think so. I think from the first album up to now, I think it's still relevant in a sense where, you know, it's still aggressive and it's still heartfelt. We still have the feeling today as the band did back then. We still love to play, we still love to record, we still love to write, we still love to tour. And we still love the music we put out. So, I mean, the only difference is we're a bit older. And, you know, we just progress as musicians and as people. But the heartfelt feeling of playing is still there.
Very cool. Had the original lineup stayed the same, do you think Death Angel would be as successful as it is today?
No, I mean, with the past, I would say like 3 years, you know, we've gone through some member changes, like Dan and quit due to the fact that, you know, they couldn't tour. You know, I mean, we've done some tours with them, and, you know, it got to the point where, you know, they couldn't do it anymore. And it's hard, you know, everyone has families. We all grew older, and, you know, everyone started having families and kids, and, you know, trying to be away from kids, and, you know, having jobs at home. And, you know, California is not the cheapest place to live. And, you know, when you want to support a family and support yourself, you know, having to go on the road, you don't, you know, it doesn't really pay as much, per se. But, you know, the three of us, Mark, Rob, and myself, we still want to do it. I mean, we set ourselves up to do it.
Right.
And now that we got Will and Damien in, they are able to do what a band is able to do, to go out and record, to go out and tour, and, you know, to pretty much almost a drop of a dime, drop of a hat, to say, okay, we got a tour for 2 years, are you guys ready? Yeah, we could do it. So, you know, now that the unit's pretty solid now, I mean, we've done more touring. The band has done more touring than it's ever. You know, we're going almost on 3 years on the cycle, and, you know, that's something the band hasn't done at all. I mean, even in the 80s, Mark and Rob, we never did this much touring. And ever since the band reformed and I joined the band in 01, we've done some European tours and a few state tours, but nothing like this. I mean, at this length. I mean, with Relentless Retribution, even before Relentless Retribution, while we were recording it, we were touring in between recording. You know, we've done the States, we've done Europe, and when the record came out, we've gone to places that we've never been to before: South America, Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, and, you know, all this touring got us to do more tours. And we just finished the Anthrax Testament third leg in Atlantic City like several days ago, and we're just doing some headliners on the way home. But to go back to your question, with the original lineup, no, I don't think the band would be as successful as it is today. I mean, no disrespect or anything, but just where life takes you.
Okay, so were you a fan of Death Angel before becoming a member?
Totally. I remember seeing Death Angel back in the 80s. I remember being at their Voracious Souls video shoot at the Stone in San Francisco. I remember the building. The date, I'm not really sure of it. I think it's either July 7th or July 14th, 1987, the summer. And it was Death Angel, Violence, and a band from Fresno, California called The Trail. And it was for the Voracious Souls video shoot off the first album, Ultraviolence. And I remember it being jam-packed and everyone going crazy. And I remember that show specifically because I was the first in line.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been a fan since. And I also been a fan even before that record when I heard the tours one time.
So would you have thought you'd ever be a part of it?
No.
Is it like surreal for you?
It's very surreal, and I still feel, you know, excited about it today. Sometimes I can't believe it. I mean, I never thought I'd be in Death Angel, because Death Angel at the time, and up until they broke up, they were all cousins. Everyone's family was so tight-knit that they didn't, you know, they were more like, family, get away, you know. So, and I respected that. But yeah, when they asked me to join in 2001 when we did Thrash of the Titans, that benefit for Chuck Billy, you know, from there on, I'm still like giddy and shocked. You know, like, wow.
Yeah.
It's cool. I dig it.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
And you answered question number 4.
All
Look
right.
at you. Yeah.
You're smart.
Professional. Have you ever reached a point in your career where you're like, man, I just don't want to do this anymore? Like you fell out of love with it per se?
No. But I'll do admit, you know, we're all human. Everyone in this band is all human. There's times on the road where it's like, oh man, it can be a long touring cycle, you know, we miss home. And there's times where like, you know, things can get to us. You know, sometimes when you live in the bus, small knit quarters, you know, it's you know, not enough space and you're sharing it with like 10 other people.
Yeah.
It could get to you, but you know, we look past that and we look forward to playing every night, the music that we're playing. But you know, not yet have I said, man, I'm done with music. But you know, like I said, we're all human and we do feel like there's days where like I don't want to be there, but you know what? When we get on stage, that whole problem erases from our ears.
So cool. So every musician makes sacrifices.
Yes.
What would you say is the biggest personal sacrifice you made for music?
Oh man, you know, music, big sacrifice. I had a good paying job at home, you know. I have a house, I have dogs, I have a wife, and just having to like quit my job and devote all my time into music, into this band, which I really love. And luckily, all of us have done that in the band. We all sacrifice a lot, you know, being away from home, you know, for long periods at a time, and just missing family, and you know, all that is a big sacrifice. I mean, Rob has a child at home, he's married with a kid, and him having to be away is a big sacrifice. You know, it's much tougher on him than a child, which the 4 of us don't. And it's tough. We all sacrifice. Just having to drop everything to go on the road and play music. Say, all right, I'll see you later. We're off for 5 weeks. I'm gonna go out and jam and have fun. But it's a sacrifice we did, and we have a really good, strong support at home, and that really helps us keep the same.
25 years is a phenomenal achievement. What would you say was your biggest personal achievement while being a part of Death Angel?
Being a part of Death Angel, for me, personally, just to be able to continue. You know, I mean, we had the original members, and when they quit, when you have original members who are quitting, a big factor that Dan and Andy, you know, they quit. You know, they're great musicians, great songwriters, and you know, when they left, I thought the band was over. And to be able to continue and keep the band going was like a good, triumphant victory. So that would be yeah, finally kept it going. And there's a lot of things, a lot of shows we played, a lot of festivals we played, a lot of bands we played with. I mean, everything this band has done, good and bad, has been awesome.
Okay, so time to get fun.
Yes.
You ready?
I'm ready.
If you had to describe Death Angel's sound to a deaf person, how would you do so?
How would I describe it?
That's all I need to know, right?
Yeah, I mean they'll feel it because our music is it's pretty. I mean, it's thrash, but it has a lot of groove. It has a lot of variety in the sense of like moods. You know, our music could take you on a roller coaster. It's not. I mean, it's thrash, but it's not full-blown thrash. There's a lot of groove and melody in the vocals and in the drums and the bass and guitar. It's a mixture of it all. So it's kind of, you know, when I do that, I mean, it's a mixture of everything, I guess. It's a boogie down music, you know?
How does being a part of the 25-year release milestone of Ultraviolence, has that been?
It feels good. It's Ultraviolence is a groundbreaking record. It helped, Death Angel, and it's a record that was a part of the big thrash scene. It's a very, very important record. It helped pioneer the whole genre. And having to play the songs, we played most of the songs in our headlining set. But on this run, we're doing songs that the Ultraviolence, the instrumental, and the song Final Death, which I don't think has been played since the band released the record. So having to do those songs is really refreshing. Because it's something new, something exciting to look forward to, and it's fun. So it's a great album. I'm glad we get to play it in its entirety for a lot of the diehards here who's waiting to hear it, especially the Ultraviolence instrumental people. You don't play the whole song, or we play the intro to tease people and we go into another song. So this time we're playing the whole song, and I think people are gonna like it. I mean, we played a lot of places where people are just so stoked to hear that album in its entirety. So, and we're having fun doing it.
That being said, you could choose one song off of Ultraviolence to represent Death Angel.
I would say Killer's One. Killer's One is, as Mark puts it, it's a song about unity. It's about, anything, like everyone getting together to, it could be so many meanings to that, like about the thrash community getting together and having a good time together, or basically, family getting together to stick together, and Killer's One. So I think that song represents Death Angel really, really well. When I first heard Killer's One, after Killer's One, that might be up. That's the song right there.
Have you guys had any chance to write before?
We have been in between this whole touring cycle within the last year, starting the beginning of 2012. We've been writing like riffs here and there on the road, and in between tours we get together at the rehearsal room and start putting songs together. So right now we have about 6 to 8 songs, like skeleton, like rough drafts, with no vocals to them yet. So Mark or Rob got to write lyrics to it right now. So we have about 6 or 8 songs, and the goal is to probably have about 15 or more before we go into the recording studio sometime around spring of next year. So yeah, we have new songs, but nothing solid yet, but the writing has begun.
When you guys write, do you guys ever think one song would be better live, or like it'll sound better as an album song?
That's determined when the whole album is done. I mean, it's too early in the game. Things change. Even things change when we start recording. Sometimes I hear demos like for Relentless Retribution. I heard demos like, dude, that song is gonna go killer live. Then when you hear it on the album and you practice it at rehearsal, or you try to add songs into the set with the older songs, that's when you kind of know, like, okay, that one sounds like an album track as opposed to a live track. It's kind of hard to say early in the game, but we usually wait till the album's done and we try to integrate what songs from the latest record to go with the old songs.
Okay, so last question.
Yes.
When the tour ends, how do you plan on spending your downtime?
Writing a record. I mean, well, we're going to spend a lot of time not only writing the record and really rehearsing, but we're also going to spend time with family at home and just get back into sooner things of the domestic life. I know Rob wants to spend a lot of time with his kid. We all want to spend time with our families and friends, and at the same time, we're going to be writing at the same time, like the older stuff. So it's going to be a busy time from like Thanksgiving all the way until probably early spring, writing and recording. So that's how we're going to be spending time. I'll probably go take my dogs hiking. Will's probably going to go play some video games. Damien plays in other bands. Tonight he played in Potential Threat, the opening band tonight. Mark does his own thing, and Rob's going to be there. Then we'll reconvene and write Killer's thrash record.
Alright. Can't wait to get hands on that.
Thank you.
Alright guys, I'm Madalena, aka Madalena, and this is it with IntroduceYourself.com.
I'm Ted.
Yeah.
thank you out there, everyone in Tampa, Florida, everywhere. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you on the next record cycle.